Yes. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Today we have another episode of one of the guys from the Astro program, like he was in the program, of course. His name is Sander. So Sander, he entered the program a while ago, and he was there for like 3 or 4 months, and he had, to be honest, when he like entered the program, I saw he was like serious. So, to be honest, I knew that it would be like, how do you say, like very interesting, and it would end good, and of course, it did. So this is why we have this call today, to show you guys like e-com dropshipping EU markets is still possible, and it's also like working very good. And yeah, so I want to give the word to Sander. Sander, can you maybe introduce yourself?
Thanks, man. Great to hear. Yeah, no problem. My name is Sander. I'm 28 years old. I'm currently living in the Netherlands. And as you said, I started the program like in January, I guess. I started off completely new to dropshipping. I was known in e-commerce before. I have a bol.com business and a website that is not dropshipping, that's just an e-commerce brand. And I was always pretty curious about what dropshipping could bring to me, and I decided to learn from the best. So that's why we're here, and that's why we're in the Astro program.
No. So let me ask you this at first, like what kind of differences do you see like in terms of bol.com? And for the guys that know it, how do you say, like don't know it, is that like bol.com kind of like an Amazon, but then it's only like in the Dutch market, so and then it's in Belgium. So what are like the biggest difference that you are seeing right now, like in terms of bol.com and like with Shopify dropshipping, like the pros and cons?
Pros and cons. Yeah, the biggest con would be that you have to deliver next day. So you need to buy stock and always deliver the same day. That's the biggest difference between dropshipping. The problem is it's not easy to scale because you don't know yet if it's a winner from the beginning. So you don't know how many stock you're going to need to buy. And from there on, it's pretty hard to maintain like your level because there's a lot of competitors. Bol.com is pretty strict in rules, like Amazon is as well. And they're inventing new rules like every month. So it's changing very hard. And there's a lot of people that are trying to compete on your product. They can just sell on your listing as well. So that can be very hard. That's the biggest pro for me in dropshipping. It's your own thing. Nobody can compete on your website. And the thing is, it's very fast paced. And that's what I like. If you see something and you believe in it, you can be testing it in like a couple of hours. You can just set up the product page, make sure the ads are running, and then you're good to go. So that's my biggest pro in comparison.
Interesting. So what do you like more, like Shopify dropshipping or like bol.com?
That's a good thing. I think for now, in the status I am right now, I think dropshipping is more because of the fast pace. That's the thing I like. The thing with bol.com is it's very easy to automate in the long run. So it becomes easier, and I like to be challenged every day. And I find that more out of dropshipping. So for now, I would say dropshipping.
So like this comes as well like from your sales background, right? Because like before you were entrepreneur, like you were in the sales, am I right?
Yeah, I was an account manager for a fashion brand. I like having the sales conversation and like going back and forth with the customer. That's the whole reason I started being an entrepreneur as well.
Interesting. So like in terms of like to Shopify dropshipping, so like to what like kind of numbers did you manage to scale like in the long run, and like how is it like as well going right now?
When I started the program, I was a complete noob. I did like I think €100 a day, maybe sometimes. Eventually in the program, I managed to do my best day was around 2.4K. That was just the one big hitter. And I've done consistently 2K for a month. I had some Shopify problems, but now I do understand how it works. So now in a week or a week and a half, I'm back at 1.5K a day again, scaling up. And the progress, I think I'm going to be at 3.5K at the end of this month. So yeah, that's it.
Very interesting. So like, what do you think like made the shift that you could do it? So for example, was it maybe in the product research, or was it like just like testing more products, or was like maybe the market? So where do you think like this like shift happened, like in terms of like the success in these markets for you?
I think in the beginning, I thought I could do it myself, and I tried it. Didn't go very well because there's some little tweaks that you need to know that makes it easier to find winning products. I've learned that in the Astro program, and just the easier ways to find things out. So when I bumped into something, when I had a problem, I could just easily reach out to you or the other guys in the group, discuss with them what the best opportunity or the best solution for the problem was, and then you can make the shift easier. So I think not everyone, but I think some people can do it on their own, but it will take years maybe to get on the level that you get in like just a program in just maybe 2 or 3 months.
Interesting. So in terms of like the markets and stuff, so like what market are you selling, and like why are you selling there right now?
I'm currently selling in Netherlands and Belgium. For me, it was the most easiest start because I live in the Netherlands, so I know the customers better. Bol.com is also located in Netherlands and Belgium, so I'm pretty well known with the customers. And out of advice from you guys as well, it's a good market to start in. And I had all the payment providers ready for this market, so it was an easy choice for me.
Yeah, and also, I mean, like that's a very good one. You know, like understanding the market, people really underestimate it, and definitely as well, like for beginners, like when you just open your store, I always recommend to tap into the Dutch market because like you have the like Ideal and Bankcontact, you know, Klarna's additional. You can still like do some very nice numbers, even like up to like 100K in a month, you know, with just like Ideal Bankcontact credit card. So that's like amazing. I totally understand it. So what kind of like products have you seen like the most success with in the Dutch market from your experience?
I've seen two categories that work pretty good. Number one is fashion. Women's fashion works really good. I've seen a lot of winners also from other guys as well that they're in that niche. And the health niche, so like sporty stuff, works very good as well. But I must say there are a lot of niches that work, as you can see from the competitors there are in the Netherlands. But for me, it was like mostly fashion and health.
Fashion and health. Interesting. Yeah. Those are, to be honest, always like the best market, especially like in whole EU, but especially in Netherlands. If you can hit those niches very well and find like the nice winners there, it's amazing. So let's say in terms of you like your store structure, do you like to keep it like very simple or like have your store like structured? Or like with the countdown timers and stuff, like how did you like make the layout and like the product page? Like how do you say like go about that?
I keep it actually very clean. I don't use countdown timers, almost at least not that much upsells everywhere on the website. I keep it as clean as possible because that is in my opinion what the Dutch people like. Not too many hoespas we say in the Netherlands, so not so many things around it. Yeah, and that's what seemed to be working. Like of course you need to check it out and keep pushing your conversion rate. But from that on, it's now pretty good. Yeah.
So what have been like the biggest obstacles that you have been facing, you know, like with Shopify dropshipping EU markets? And then like in what way did you like overcome it?
I think the biggest problem in the beginning was probably product research. I thought I had some good methods for finding some winners. But when I found out and I tested a lot of products, I had like a 1 in 25 winner ratio, maybe even 1 in 30. But then I stepped it up, found some different methods. For example, I'm using Afterlip right now, a search tool in combination with Dropship.io. And now my winner rate has gone from 1 in 30 to like 1 in 12, 11, maybe 10 sometimes. So that's like 3 times as good as it was. And I think it's just the little things, the little tweaks that make it even better.
So like what market is your like, you know, like favorite market to do like product research in? Is it US, is it Germany, or do you just as well like look at like into the Dutch market?
I look a lot in the Scandinavian countries, so Sweden. I see a lot of big winners, and in some kind of way, it's kind of the same as the Dutch market because I see a lot of comparison. So for me, it's mostly French and Sweden I look into.
I see. So, like, are you planning to stay like in the Dutch market, or do you also want to expand at some point? Like, how do you say, like, what are like your plans right now? Your plans?
I'm currently expanding in the Dutch and Belgian markets. That will be till the end of this month. So like for 20, maybe 25 days more. From then on, I will be expanding to Germany as well. Got some great tips from you and some other guys that Germany is a very good market to expand to. So that's going to be the next.
So to what numbers do you think you can take it like this year with Shopify dropshipping? Like, do you think it's also higher than like your current business with like with Bol.com? Do you see like more potential?
Yeah, for sure. At the end of the year, it's going to be bigger. If it's keep pushing the way that's going right now, it's hard to pin a number on it because I think sky's the limit. Everything can happen. Yeah. So 20K days are like a good goal to go to, but let's see. Maybe it could even be like 25, 30 or 40K days. So let's see.
Interesting. So let me ask this. So what do you think is the biggest difference between you and somebody who has been trying now for 6 months or a year, still like couldn't cross like 500 euros a day in revenue? So like what's the big difference in your opinion?
The big difference is keep on pushing because a lot of things are not working and you have to find out or learn yourself like a kind of intuition as well on what is working and what is a good product and what are good decisions based on your experience. So mostly keep on pushing, keep on testing. That's very, very good. What I've seen is that a lot of people did some good numbers and just felt comfortable with it and just are going to sit it out. But you must be eager to always better yourself, make it more perfect in that kind of way. So keep pushing, keep testing, and always think it can be better. That is the 3 most important things.
Yeah, man. So never satisfied, but also like happy about like what's going on, but like try to be like never satisfied and just like push harder all the time, right? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one. So what kind of like good advice would you give like for young entrepreneurs? So let's say like, how old are you again, Sander?
28.
28. So like what kind of advice would you have, like give the 18-year-old Sander?
First thing is just start. I mean, I had a lot of time. I was looking into dropshipping and finding out the possibilities, and I didn't do anything. And when the moment finally came and just started, I thought it was easier in some kind of way than I thought. So just start and make sure you have good, maybe role models is a big word, but you have like good examples from people that are doing serious numbers. You don't have to find something new all the time. It's a very good strategy to copy things that are working right now and just work from there on. Of course, you need to have your own sauce added to it as well, but the basics can be the same as a real winner. So look good at your competition, make sure you know everything that is happening in your current market and work on from there.
Interesting. Are there like any like last few things you want to say to the audience before we're gonna like end this interview?
Basically, the one thing I just want to say, if you're ever in doubt of joining the Astro program, do it for sure, because it helped me a ton. I think I could have never been at the point where I am now if I didn't join the Astro program. It was a big shortcut for me in the circuit, and maybe I couldn't even make it myself. So yeah, that will be the most important thing.
In the end, you did yourself, so it was amazing. I just tried to help where I could, also with my brother. So I mean, that's like very lovely to hear, man. Thank you very much. And by the way, like if they want to get like in touch with you, where can they find you?
Most easy would be in Instagram. Sander.EMME. Just hit me up, send me DM, and we'll get in touch.
All right. Yes, amazing. We will also like plug it like down here. So Sander.Dame, and then like you guys can see it as well. And yeah, guys, like if you have any questions, how do you say like as well, like just ask them below. And if you want to learn more about like how we did it, like you can always like join the Discord and as well like schedule. If to be honest, like the best thing to do is just schedule a call with the team and see like how do you say like perhaps will like help you. So yeah, man, thank you very much, and also like a big shout out to Sander.
Thanks, guys.